I'm Karen Ransdale. I'm the co-organizer of Street Safari, and we do one U.S. rally. This is it, and we do 5, 6, 7 European ones. We've been doing this rally, the Babe Rally, Big Apple, Big Easy, for it's in its 3rd year now. We have 48 teams, and we're on evening 1 in Harrisonburg, Virginia. And proud to be here.
My name is T.W. Hansen. This is the 3rd year I've done this. This is the 3rd year it's been an event. I've done every single one. It's ridiculous. It's patently ridiculous. It's a very, very silly thing to do. You buy a $250 car, $250 or less, drive it from New York to New Orleans, drink in motel parking lots. That seems to be the main point of this, is to get drunk in motel parking lots, and generally have a good time with like-minded people.
This is my 3rd year on the Babe Rally. It happens Memorial Day every weekend, which also is my wedding anniversary. This is my 5th wedding anniversary, which means I have been on this rally more than I have been at home for my anniversary.
What does your wife think of that?
She thinks I should stop coming, but she understands that this is the one time a year, get to take off the suit and tie, stop being a professional, and just have fun.
It's the European Banger Rally brought to America. Taking a car that costs a minor amount of money, that still has to be road legal, still has to be insured. Everybody's got to be licensed, needs to be insured, the vehicle's got to be registered in its state, and they drive it to New Orleans, and if it makes it, it makes it, and if it doesn't, they're just as happy.
So a lot of these are just like kind of rebuilt, recycled cars, it seems like.
Most of these are cars that by all means should be in a junkyard. We're giving them one last adventure. And that's really how we look at it. Our first year we had a conversion van that we said one last adventure for it, and if it gets us home, we'll retire it. And it got us home, and it went on another adventure. Somebody bought it off of us and drove it to Burning Man, Nevada. And it's just fun. I mean, we're car people. We kind of personalize our cars and personify them a little too much, so we want these old cars to have one last adventure, and it's great. And
every team kind of has a mechanic. If they don't, they're morons. We're all kind of mechanically inclined.
We had a Chevette that died on the way to the start already as well. I think so far this year everyone else is in, which is good.
Well, what happens if someone, like, you're on the road and someone's car breaks down and you can't get it going again?
It's absolutely not fixable. You call the scrapyard, have it scrapped, and you have the option to find another team to ride with, which is what the gentleman in the Chevette did. We split them up into a couple different cars so they can keep riding. You can get a rental car and keep going. You're out of the competition, but it's not about winning this thing. It's about having fun.
It's a very, very friendly competition. It's not a contest of speed. It's more of a contest of mechanical endurance and intestinal fortitude. That and dressing up like Superman, which we have to do tomorrow.
We're Team Apollo 2002, and so this is something that Dan came up with, and he just drew this on the computer and emailed it to us, and we all fell in love with it. And it's pretty much exactly what we built. It came out pretty good.
So we have rear thrusters, tail fin made out of pure 3/4 inch plywood, pure. Strobes, markers.
We got the LED number lights on the sides.
These are all LEDs wired up.
Port marker lights. We got the starboard marker lights.
Well, LEDs.
And then to top it off, there's a few horns.
I'm Joe Rose from Brockton, Massachusetts, and Steve Barnett from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. And we bought this car last October. It was sitting in the weeds up in Grafton, Mass. It hadn't been run in many, many years. We towed it to my house, and we got it running within a couple of days, and been putting money into it ever since.
I think everybody's flushing their money down the hole when they put it in this gas tank. So here it is.
We're getting about 15 miles to the gallon, so that's making us happy.
Talk to me a little bit about gas prices. I mean, gas prices this year versus last year.
Oh, it's almost double. We paid a high of $4.09 in Connecticut, and we paid $3.64 in Virginia. So it was pretty good. It's expensive. It's not cheap by any stretch.
Right.
Sometimes with fuel prices, you reach the point where it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
We've reached that point.
Yeah, we have solar panels charging the battery because, you know, in this day and age, you gotta go green, you know, save gas. It saves us,
Getting approximately what, like 75 miles a gallon?
yeah, we get 75 miles with these little solar panels.
I'm gonna break one.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't really do anything. But
So what-
they work. They do charge the battery when the car's off. Keeps it topped off.
Pretty good, actually.
This was from a convenience store yesterday, right after we got off the highway. We had the bush cans, lawnmower wheels, candle holder, fish, chef, and his beer, old Russian dude.
If you get hungry and you pull over, you got hot food under the hood.
Oh, y'all doing
Top, dig in with a spoon and you're good.
Is that safe?
Haven't had a problem with it.
This would be us.
You mind just telling me a little bit about your car?
Sure. When you win, we're returning champions. You automatically get 0-1. Our opinion was there's only one thing to do with 0-1. You have to do a general lead. We went through 6 cars trying to find something we felt was appropriate to the theme, so this was the final one. It was bought off a gentleman in the streets of Philadelphia. He had 4 cars parked on the street and they weren't registered. And we went back and forth for weeks about the price. He wouldn't come down to $250 until the cops cited him. And it was move the car or pay a $300 fine. So $250 in his pocket looked a lot better. Since then, we had to do just about everything to it.
The event is 4 days, which really is 5 nights. Okay, the first night 0 is a custom thing in New York. Then your first night is Harrisonburg. The second night is Newport, Tennessee. Third night is Fort Payne, Alabama. And then the final night in New Orleans for Sunday night.
And then do they drive back or just leave their cars there?
I would think, looking at the state of some of the cars this year, that quite a few are being scrapped in New Orleans and people are flying home. In previous years, most of them get driven home because Americans like their cars, and these cars become their pets, and you don't just throw the pet out at the end of the day. Okay, a pet is for life, not just for Christmas. So a lot of these would have gone back, but I think a lot of these are being scrapped, which is more kind of like European. In Europe, none of them ever come back.
So this is the 3rd year you've done this. Are you going to be in Harrisonburg next year?
Yes, we are. Yes. I mean, it's a great stop. I mean, for us, okay. I mean, it's, how can you put it? Okay, it's got all the hotels we need. Walmart is next door. Okay, for the ongoing repairs. The restaurants are here, and it's just a nice place to stop.